Good evening from New York. I'm Michelle Norris in for Lawrence O'Donnell. If you want to know what being president is all about for Donald Trump, the last 24 hours have been very instructive, starting with a revealing new report from Rolling Stone. Sources with direct knowledge of the matter tell Rolling Stone that one of the lessons Trump took away from his previous stint in the White House is that he was wrong to leave a ton of money on the table as president. According to two people who have been in the room with him in moments of casual banter, Trump has mentioned that it was stupid of other Republicans and advisors to persuade him, at least on occasion, to side with government ethicists who cautioned him from obliterating the line between public good and private gain. That reporting coming on the same night that Donald Trump held what critics labeled a, quote, orgy of corruption. An exclusive dinner gala with the president at his golf club outside Washington for more than 220 mostly anonymous and mostly foreign winners of a contest in which the objective was to pour the most cash into Trump's meme coin cryptocurrency. Those winners had to navigate a gauntlet of protesters outside Trump's club in a light rain. The White House did not release any details on who the invitees were, and at least one who wanted to remain anonymous wore a mask into the event along with their tuxedo. Attendees included former NBA star Lamar Odom, who posted about the event on social media while promoting his own meme coin, and Justin Sun, a Chinese-born crypto billionaire whose company was under investigation by the Justice Department and the Treasury. He also faced a lawsuit by the SEC, but that suit was paused in February after Donald Trump took office. Sun reportedly spent more than $40 million on Trump coins, making him the top donor at last night's gala. He posted video from inside the ballroom where a crowd of admirers cheered on Trump. And while the White House insisted that Trump was attending as a guest on his personal time, he spoke at a podium with the presidential seal.
What a nice place. Did you get to see the helicopters?
Yeah, super cool.
Good seeing you. Covered up pretty good. I don't see a lot of window here. How do you like this location? Pretty good.
Nice. It's great.
Last night's winners paid an average of $1.8 million each to be there, according to the blockchain analytics firm Hansen, pumping an estimated $394 million into Trump's cryptocurrency. And some emerged from that dinner gala feeling like they didn't get their money's worth.
Some guests left disappointed after Trump gave only brief remarks at his Virginia Golf Club, repeating talking points about a U.S. Bitcoin reserve, then left without taking questions or photos.
That wasn't the only report of unhappy invitees. Crypto podcaster Eleanor Terrett posted to social media that two attendees told her while the food was good, they were disappointed by the lack of meaningful interaction with the president. He just gave a few remarks and left, one said. But for those who paid the most, the party was still going on today. The top 25 holders of Trump coin, who paid an estimated $111 million, according to crypto intel firm Inca Digital, lined up outside the White House today for a private audience with Trump. And the top 4 Trump coin holders got a special Trump watch, allegedly valued at $100,000, including Justin Sun, that top donor who had faced multiple federal investigations and lawsuits until Trump took office this year. But no one may be happier about last night than Donald Trump himself. Two Trump-affiliated companies own 80% of his meme coin project. Those companies get a fee for every trade, and those fees have totaled to more than $324 million since January, according to the research firm Chain Analysis. It's not known exactly how much goes to Trump personally, but it is likely more than any other president has ever made while serving office. We are in new territory here. Ashwin Subsingh is a senior political reporter at Rolling Stone. He was one of the reporters on that story about Trump's desire to cash in on the presidency, and he joins me now. Thanks so much for being with us on a Friday night.
Thank you for having me.
I want to begin by reading another piece of the story from you and your colleague, Tim Dickinson. You write, Trump does not hold space in his mind for any distinction between his private interest and the public interest. A deal is a deal. The president has said in the past, and he said that several months ago, according to two of your sources. That's interesting. A deal is a deal, no distinction between being president for 330 million Americans and being in business for himself. As I said, this is new territory. We've never seen anything like this before.
You were saying at the top of this segment that critics have described that crypto Trump summit as an orgy of corruption. I mean, there isn't really a more apt term than that to use to describe not just that one event, but what has been going on for the past few months after Donald Trump retook the White House. It's not just the crypto stuff, it's stuff having to do with his family business empire. It's the Qatari government's sky palace that was gifted to him. He likes to say the government, but it'll be there for his potential private use via his Presidential Library Foundation once he's no longer leader of the free world. And we could go on and on. And you have said multiple times that this is uncharted territory. I don't think that that is something that can be drilled into the American consciousness enough. If anything, it is being undersold right now in our politics and in our media about the level of corruption that Donald Trump and his business associates and his business empire and his family are perpetuating right now as they cash in over and over and over again on his holding of the office of presidency. And the thing about it that is even worse than the first Trump term, and Trump's first term in office was by no means squeaky clean, perhaps. It was also staggeringly corrupt. He has somehow eclipsed even the sky-high standards of that. And it's just so out in the open and so brazen. I'm running out of polite words to use to describe it on the air.
Now, so of course, Democrats have been raising alarms about this, but you also talk to a lot of Republicans in the White House and on Capitol Hill. Are any of them expressing misgivings about this kind of behavior, even in private, if they don't want to be quoted on the record?
Every once in a while, they might do the occasional PR manicuring. They might sigh a little bit on the phone or in person, describing, oh, I wish maybe the president of the United States wouldn't do this. But would it shock you or your viewers at all to hear that the Republican Party elite right now, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Trumpism at the moment, is just letting him get away with this, or in some cases, they're just gleefully backing him? I mean, the standard on this is something very similar to what we reported on when we were asking Republicans in the administration and who have advised Trump for years on what is your legal standard for a second Trump presidency, particularly with regards to executive power, immigration, things like that. And there was one lawyer who I was talking to who simply stated the prevailing legal principle is, and I quote, what are you going to do about it? You can apply the what are you going to do about mentality to how he and his family and his lieutenants have been conducting themselves when it comes to not just defending, but perpetuating his gargantuan levels of corruption right now.
This is not Trump's only crypto venture. You write that this seems that all of them seem to be heavily supported by foreign capital, and the people who would normally investigate that, the Attorney General, the Secretary of State, seem to be looking the other way. So where is any kind of, any kind of authority that would look over his shoulder, tap his shoulder, say, you've got to stop doing this? I mean, I guess that's what the lawyer was saying. Who's going to stop him from doing this?
At least for the time being, particularly in a midterms environment, there just isn't any. He is essentially going unchecked on these matters because, at the risk of repeating myself, the prevailing legal principle in this administration of what are you going to do about it? And also, not only is Attorney General Pambani and people like that aggressively and intentionally looking the other way, but President Trump directs them on what to do. He's evaporated the supposed judicial and legal independence of them.
Aspen Subsing, thank you very much for this reporting. Good to be with you tonight. Thanks so much.